Morning, everyone. We're going to start just with a short hymn sing. We're going to do number 118. I think This Little Light of Mine. 118. building a new way. You're building a new way. It's in the 1017. Oh, it's 1017. Number 1017.
Number 1017 in your teal hymnal.
Good morning. Welcome to the Community Church of Chapel Hill, Unitarian Universalist. I'm Ellie Adamo Valverde, a member of the Worship Associate Ministry. We extend a warm welcome to all, especially visitors and newcomers. We're so glad you're here. Be sure to check out the special section for you on the back of the order of service, Welcome Guests and Newcomers, and please join us after the service for their Sunday social. We also welcome those of you attending online. Lyrics to hymns and all elements of service may be found at the bottom of the screen. A complete order of service, including weekly announcements, is available through the link in the Sunday morning email and on the church's website. We are pleased to have the artwork of Nancy Smith here in the sanctuary. Nancy is an award-winning artist and co-owner of Hillsborough Gallery of Arts. Nancy is here with us today and will be at the table during the Sunday social after service. Now, please turn off or silence any cell phones during our service to maintain a worshipful experience. Whoever you are, whomever you love, however you arrived at this beloved place, you are welcome here. And now for Within These Walls. We will have a few words about the annual pledge drive and the day of service.
Good morning. My name is Dean Peterson, and I don't know if your household started the way ours did, in debating what time is it really this morning, but it looks like all of you figured that out. So why pledge? Because it seems like everything is free here. Rachel Rose out front has never collected paid admission tickets. We don't even have a basket at the social hour to help defer the cost of coffee. So why pledge? So why do I pledge? Well, first of all, for me, feeling guilty is not motivation for me to pledge. Feeling guilty that I'm not devout enough or not following scripture or religious doctrine in the right way is not a reason for me to pledge. And I have never felt guilted into pledging here. I pledge for a number of reasons. I pledge because I'm impressed by the practical lessons my grandchildren are learning in religious education, such as the current unique offerings of OWL classes. I pledge because Thom's recent sermon about knowing the characteristics of true intimacy was meaningful to me. I pledge because I get butterflies when we sing the song, I Wish I Knew How to Be Free. And I can hear Nina Simone in my ear singing along with me. And I hope very much that the person in front of me hears Nina Simone and not me. I pledge because I have to admit it was sort of awkward for about the first year being a part of the old men's group. But now I look forward to it every Wednesday when we get together out in the lobby. I pledge because it's a lot of fun to hand out popsicles in the courtyard at the start of the school year. I pledge because whenever I get to chat with someone who's visiting the church or just checking us out, I usually come away thinking, wow, what a nice person. I really hope that I'm going to get to see them again. I pledge because when I volunteer here, I really feel a sense of purpose. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I give money to a cause, I kind of wonder, does it really matter? Does it matter if I give money to that cause? But I do believe that if we all give, it really does matter. So I do not pledge out of guilt, but I pledge out of generosity. Generosity for the community at this UU congregation, which I really value. So what would be your reason to pledge? Today ends our public pleas for pledging. But we always welcome your pledges all year long. Thank you.
We did it. Another great day of service. It was so wonderful to watch the joy and goodwill as people of all generations in our church family contributed their time in service to others and had great fellowship with old friends and made some new ones. It's a great day to celebrate ourselves and the important work that we do together. A few day of service numbers for you. We had 17 community projects that were served, one more still to go, 234 volunteers giving of their hearts and minds and hands, and over 630 hours estimated in service to our greater community. We really know how to volunteer. And I want to give a special shout out to the Day of Service Superhero Squad members that made this all happen. Carol Brune, is Carol here today? She might be taking a nap. Okay, Carol Brune for her brave contributions to our website and online registrations. Cindy Fury here? Okay. Cindy Fury for her creative and strong ideas for Day of Service decorations and food. And Louise Turrentine for courageously communicating with all the project leaders to coordinate all the good efforts. and to this guy right here for using his special powers to make sure that we had good weather once again on the day of service. It's really important. A big round of applause for all this powerful work. No good deed goes unpunished, so starting today with daylight savings was a bit of a surprise to me. I didn't know about this till last night, and I thought of John Lewis this morning and thought maybe he would describe what I'm feeling as good tired. The theme of this year, Be a Superhero, was by design meant to inspire. Bell Hooks, Layla Lackey, Jimmy Carter, Mr. Rogers, Wendy Jebbins, Miss McCann, Obama, Marion Hirsch, and many more were named as the real-world superheroes that mean something special to our Day of Service volunteers. I encourage you to check out our superhero wall, where these names are listed, and others in the community room during Sunday Social, and add your own hero name to the list. These people are important not only because they defy many odds and show great courage in their good work, but maybe more importantly right now because they drive each of us to be brave and principled in our own lives. And we're going to need that courage and the ability to be steadfast with our values as we face the days and months ahead. I encourage you to find your superhero and call upon the strength they ignite in you when you need it. And remember, we're always better together. Thanks.
Let's just take a moment and give Leanne King a huge applause for being our Day of Service leader.
Please rise in body or spirit for our opening hymn, number 162 in the gray hymnal, Gonna Lay Down My Sword and Shield.
Down day that dawns, we begin the work again. The holy work of living in community and striving for a better world. The work is sometimes tedious, sometimes messy, often joyful, and always worthwhile. It is through this work that we come to better know one another and ourselves. Yesterday, we did the work by window washing and painting sheds, by weeding and raking and picking up trash at our schools and in our streets. We did the work by preparing and delivering the gift of music, the gift of cookies, the gift of shawls and of placemats to brighten the day of our neighbors. We did the work by removing invasive plants, making toys for the animal shelter, and giving our care and time to the animal sanctuary. Because we know the work is not just for us, but for all living things who share this planet. We did the work by signing people up for blood donation, by holding the signs of fascism, and by making sure we know our rights so that we may be better able to protect ourselves and our neighbors. And importantly, we did the work by preparing and serving food, and by breaking bread together. Now, a new day has dawned, and we begin the work again. This morning, it is by creating this sacred space that we engage in our holy work. So come, let us worship together.
The chalice lighting was written by Pat Uribe Lichty. Please join me in reading if you wish to do so. This chalice we light today is a symbol of our faith. It binds us together as one people, a reminder that our strength is in our shared hope for the world, and that our common work is in the creation of beloved community among ourselves and in the world.
Plenty and then some. What do I do? I got plenty and then some. What do I do? I got plenty and then some. What do I do now? I go out and help somebody get plenty and then some too. I got a roof over my head, what do I do? I got a roof over my head, what do I do? Got a roof over my head, what do I do now? I go out and help somebody, roof over their head too. I got supper on the table, what do I do? I got supper on the table, what do I do? I got supper on the table, what do I do now? I go out and help somebody get supper on the table too. That's what I'll do. 'Cause I got to give. to give. I got it to give. And when you got enough to give away, it's the only way to live. I'm going to heaven. What do I do? I'm going to heaven. What do I do? I'm going to heaven. What do I do now? Do I tell somebody? I know I tell somebody. I know I tell somebody to get to heaven.
Just take a moment of privilege here and say how much I love the folk singer Susan Werner, who sang the community singers just sang folk singer, and a bunch of years ago she put out an album called The Gospel Truth, which was gospel songs for kind of non-believers, and great album, great artist, and wonderful rendition. Thank you so much. Each week we hold in our service a time for sharing the joys and the sorrows of this church community. If you've come this morning with either a significant personal joy or a significant sorrow, you're invited in this time to come forward, to place a stone in our water bowl, speak your name into the microphone, and to briefly share your joy or your sorrow. Let us enter into this time of tenderness and trust.
Hi, I'm Mandy, and I am placing a stone for, I guess, in honor of my 12-year-old daughter, Ada, who is a 7th grader at Smith Middle School. And on Friday, after 2 or 3 weeks of really hard work where she was coordinating her friends, she led a walkout of about half of the school who participated against ICE. And she had never done anything like this before, and she heard about students at McDougal doing it, and she's like, I'm gonna do that. And she did it, and she did an amazing job, and her dad and I are just like so proud. So she's a true you.
Hello, my name is Taryn, and I've had a really hard week mentally, and I had to walk out of work one day, and the good news is I had an assessment done, and I'm going to get help very soon.
Hey, I'm Melisande. The first stone I dropped is for a very, very dear family friend who's been friends with Odin since 1st grade, and they were hospitalized this week for serious mental health and a very serious suicide attempt. So if you could send love to that child and their family. And the second stone is because I spent most of Friday in the ER with my mom, who had a bunch of weird episodes that turned out to be small TIA-type strokes. And so our family is just looking at what's going to happen moving forward, keeping her safe.
Hi everyone, Michelle Itano, and I'm here with a great joy. Many of you may have already noticed and come by and said hi, but my parents are with us now as residents of North Carolina, and it's the beginning of a new era, and we're just very grateful that we're able to be together.
Hi, I'm Linda Thompson. My husband George is not here right now because he's flying back from Houston. Our youngest son Matt turned 47 yesterday, and he was asked what he wanted for his birthday, and he said, I want my dad and my son, who is 10, to attend the International Baseball Festival in Houston. And so Matt asked his dad, and George was over the moon about it because they're real baseball fans. And they've been sending pictures, and it's just incredible. They're having the best time. Well, it's over now, but.
Hi, I'm Amy Griswold. This stone is for my mother, Carolyn Griswold, who passed away this week after a battle with dementia. I was able to go and be with her in her last days at home, and so I'm really grateful I had that time with her.
I'm Mary Beth Powell, and this stone is for my dear friend Paul Meisner, who I was in graduate school with in the School of Public Health. And you need to send out holiday letters, and I got a letter back from his wife this past week, and he'd passed away a year ago that I didn't even know about. So it's just for him, and hold his family in your hearts. Thanks.
The final stone is placed for all the joys and the sorrows that we hold in our hearts that were not spoken this morning. Earlier this week, I got to have what for me was a real bucket list experience, which is that I got to go to a reading by the poet Ross Gay. And he began by offering a poem by Mahmoud Darwish, began his reading by offering a poem by the Palestinian poet Mahmoud Darwish. And this poem spoke to me amidst wars and violence and all that is with us in this time. And it's my honor to share it with you. I hope that it speaks to you as well. Think of Others by Mahmoud Darwish. As you prepare your breakfast, think of others. Do not forget the pigeon's food. As you conduct your wars, think of others. Do not forget those who seek peace. As you pay your water bill, think of others, those who are nursed by clouds. As you return home to your home, think of others. Do not forget the people in the camps. As you sleep and count the stars, think of others, those who have nowhere to sleep. As you liberate yourself in metaphor, think of others, those who have lost the right to speak. As you think of others far away, think of yourself. Say, if only I were a candle in the dark. Let us hold a moment of silence together. Amen. I invite us to rise in body or in spirit and sing our next hymn of the morning, number 128, For All That Is Our Life. So I wanted to start this morning in a really, really weird place, like beyond left field, like foul territory. Don't worry, it gets back to actually something that it should get back to, but it gets back. You know, this is a little weirder than usual. In that I want to take a moment to describe to you, to teach you about a very obscure theological heresy from 7 centuries ago. It was a heresy, and I'm talking about it because it's a heresy that actually the belief system is the opposite of what I'm going to be talking about today. And I actually may have, maybe, possibly a personal connection with this heresy. Here goes. So the name Belote, my last name, is French in origin. Not that I've ever been all that interested in genealogy. And some time ago, I happened to acquire an old book called Montelou, The Promised Land of Error. The book describes in exacting detail the life of people in the small village of Montelou in the Pyrenees, in the south of France, in the early 1300s. And it just so happened one of the families detailed in the book is the Belote family of Montelou. How do we know about life in a small and completely obscure French village in the 1300s? Well, there was a theological heresy sweeping through southern France at this time, and the Catholic Church had sent an inquisitor to persecute the heretics. And the inquisitor made copious notes about everyone in the town he interviewed. The Inquisition kept minutes. I've never been all that interested in genealogy, but oh, friends, let me tell you, I wore it as a badge of honor that my possible ancestors 700 years ago could have been heretics. I wore it as a badge of honor until I learned the details of the heresy that was practiced. Now, absolutely nobody deserves to be persecuted, imprisoned, tortured, killed for their beliefs. Inquisitions are bad. And the Cathar heresy, as practiced by that Belote family, who might have been my relatives in Montelou in the 1300s, is a heresy that I struggle to understand. The Cathars were dualists, meaning they believed that the universe was a struggle between two gods, a good God and a bad God. The good God ruled over the realm of higher thought, and the bad God ruled over the realm of the earth. The earth, nature, our bodies, our work, our food were all bad. And the Cathars believed that making spiritual progress meant progressing beyond this bad earth world and reaching the realm of higher thought. What the Cathars believed about Jesus is particularly interesting. In Orthodox Catholicism, Jesus is both fully God and fully human. But the Cathars believed that Jesus never actually manifested physically. Why would he take a body form if bodies are evil and bad? Jesus, the Cathars believed, never became flesh and blood. They believed Mary had never been pregnant with the Son. She'd been pregnant with an idea. That Jesus was never crucified, that was all an illusion. That Jesus never fed anyone fishes and loaves, that was a metaphor. That Jesus never healed the sick, that was a metaphor too. Honestly, I find the Cathar heresy lacking. It is a heresy I struggle to understand because to me, that act of feeding, of healing, of service, of planting, of harvesting, of knitting and quilting, of helping, of parenting, of caring, seems to me to be what is important, seems to me to be what is real.
Now it is time for our offertory. Freely we receive gifts that minister to our needs of body and spirit. Gladly we bring to our church and its wide concerns a portion of this bounty. If you wish to donate online, please point your camera at the QR code on the back of the order of service and tap the banner that appears. There is information on the church's website. We will now receive the morning offering.
So we'd like you to help with this song by doing two things, clap at appropriate places and then also sing along with the chorus. And the words are very simple. Hand in hand, stone by stone, help me build our sacred home. Can you say that with me? Hand in hand, stone by stone, help me build our sacred home. Now here's the melody.
Hand in hand, stone by stone, help me build our sacred home. Hand in hand, stone by stone, help me build our sacred home.
Please join in reading our responsive reading, number 567 in the gray hymnal, To Be of Use. I will read the plain text, and we will read the italicized text. I want to be with people who submerge in the task, who go into fields to harvest and work in a row and pass bags along, who stand in the line and haul in their places, who are not parlor generals and field deserters, but move in a common rhythm when the food must come in or the fire be put out. The work of the world is common as mud, botched, it smears the hands, crumbles to dust, but the thing worth doing well done has a shape that satisfies, clean and evident. Greek amorphous for wine or oil, Hopi vases that held corn are put in museums, but you know they were made to be used. The pitcher cries for water to carry, and a person for work that is real.
Thank you, Ellie. The pitcher cries for water to carry, and the person for work that is real. Chop wood, carry water. The title of my sermon this morning comes from a saying from Zen Buddhism, perhaps a koan. The saying goes, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Like many sayings from Zen Buddhism, this saying does not have one single fixed meaning. Rather, it's like a tool that we can engage for finding deeper understanding. One interpretation of the chop wood, carry water saying is that what matters is being fully grounded in the present moment, the task before us. That we grow spiritually when we bring mindfulness and intention to our daily activities, even the most mundane. This interpretation reminds me of that popular Buddhist book, After the Ecstasy, the Laundry, by Jack Kornfield. It's a great title, right? It's easy to feel awakened on a mountaintop with the sun rising at dawn. It's harder to feel awakened while doing another load of laundry. Another interpretation of the chop wood, carry water saying might be that spiritual growth is not escapist. Enlightenment does not mean that we will graduate from the everyday, commonplace activities of our lives. We will still need to chop wood and carry water all through our lives. But this morning, I want to offer a slightly different interpretation of this Zen saying. I want to say that the act of showing up and doing the work that needs doing is a central expression of faith. The act of showing up and doing the work that needs doing is a central expression of faith. The pitcher cries for water to carry, and the person for work that is real. I like to say that I have a bias towards the real. And here's what I mean by that. As Unitarian Universalists, we can be big talkers. We can talk a big game. There's even a joke about us Unitarian Universalists that after we die, we'll come to a fork in the road, and one arrow will point to heaven, and the other arrow will point to conversation about heaven. And the Unitarians will follow that second arrow. We love to articulate our most aspirational values, to verbalize our virtues. Oh, we're good at talking the talk. And even after enlightenment, though, still have to chop that wood and carry that water. It's what I love about the day of service. Big shout out to Leanne King, by the way, the whole day of service team. It's what I love about it is that we get our hands dirty. We literally feed people. We literally help build affordable housing. We literally care for the health of natural areas right here in our town. We literally take a stand for our values. We literally serve organizations that are making a difference in our community. We put our sweat in. The day of service reminds me, I think, that there is no substitute for actually showing up, for chopping that wood, carrying that water. I think about 2 weeks ago during our campus ministry service, Atticus, remember Atticus 2 weeks ago, talked about showing up for a political activism organization meeting on his campus and finding essentially a book club. Oh, don't get me wrong, I love a good book club. And how Atticus thought, maybe a political action organization should, act. Last Sunday, during the Within These Walls, Leanne shared powerfully about how much the act of showing up for the day of service and digging in the dirt at the Penny Lane farm actually helped her to turn a page in her grieving process. Now, our values are important. They're important to espouse, and even if we do not live up to them perfectly, which we will never live up to them perfectly, they're important to espouse. But there is no substitute for the work. Unitarian Universalist minister Meg Riley wrote something recently that I found powerful. She wrote, "Years ago, a UU from my congregation was running for office. And I thought it would be great if people took healthy snacks and homemade sweets over to the staff and volunteers so that they weren't living on that ubiquitous pizza. I sent out an email to several church folks if they'd take a day every week or two to take something over. I cannot tell you how many people wrote back. Not to volunteer, but to tell me a better way to keep track of the calendar. This did not feed anyone." Meg Riley, by the way, lives in and is writing from Minnesota, from Minneapolis. She observes the food for those campaign volunteers was optional. Here in Minneapolis now, food for people who can't leave their houses is survival. The reason Minneapolis is what it is right now is because people are diving into work that is real instead of being parlor generals and field deserters. It's a big field, and people are hoeing their rows. Reverend Meg Riley concludes, "As communities prepare for hard times, I hope that we can stay in direct service, witnessing and protecting, feeding, giving rides. While I'm glad our values guide us, our values do not protect anyone. Our values do not feed anyone. So here's hoping our best selves can show up and get in the fields." Amen, Sister Meg, amen. This makes me think back to our friends, the Cathars. Poor Cathars. Sorry, the Inquisition did you wrong. And honestly, Cathars, now that I think about you, I kind of get it. Life in that small medieval village was hard. Let's not romanticize your life. We think of, a village in the south of France, but we don't think of a village in the south of France in the 1300s. I bet it was hard and exhausting to work every day as soon as the rooster crowed. I bet having a body in medieval times before modern medicine and modern nutrition and modern sanitation, I bet living in those bodies was painful and hard. And then you add the Inquisition on top of that, all that unnecessary violence and persecution. I think I get why imagining heaven as this transcendent sort of think tank where we're freed from the world and freed from all the things that hurt. I can kind of understand how that was desirable. And I think of our world too. These wars and these hatreds and these inquisitions and corruption and greed. Who could possibly fault any of us, any of our escapisms, any of our fantasies of escapism? Thinking of others, as the poet put it, can be so painful. Can be tempting not to think. And yet, I come back to another truth. After enlightenment, think of others. After enlightenment, serve meals. After enlightenment, protect our neighbors. After enlightenment, do the real work. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water, be of use. The reading that Ellie shared, responsive reading number 567, is a reading that I've known for the past 33 years, since I was a junior in high school. Marge Piercy is one of my absolute favorite poets. But what I did not know until this week is that what is in our hymnal isn't the whole poem. It's only the second two stanzas. Marge Piercy has the first two stanzas. And I'd like to end this morning by reading to you the first two verses of To Be of Use. Marge Piercy writes, "The people I love the best jump into work head first, without dallying in the shadows, and swim off with sure strokes almost out of sight. They seem to become natives of that element, the black, sleek heads of seals bouncing like half-submerged balls. I love people who harness themselves an ox to a heavy cart, who pull like water buffalo with massive patience, who strain in the mud and the muck to move things forward, who do what has to be done again and again." Beloveds, despite the muck and the mud, I love that we're straining in it to move things forward. I'm glad to stand beside you as we do what has to be done again and again. So may it be, and amen. Our closing hymn this morning is number 1028, The Fire of Commitment in the Teal Hymnal. I invite you to rise as you are able and sing along.
Into
body or spirit. The words for extinguishing the chalice are in your order of service. Please join me if you wish to do so. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Join me in thanking all those who made our service worshipful this morning. And now join in singing Shalom. The words are in your order of service. As you are comfortable, please hold hands with those next to you or cross your arms over your heart.